how's everyone doing? My name's Sappho, and this is my introduction video and why I started this channel. So basically, I just recently got started in crochet in, I think, late March, and now just kind of having gotten sucked into the crochet community on YouTube. I kind of wanted to get in on the action, you know. It just seems like such an amazing, great community of people, and you know, so I kind of really wanted to get involved, and instead of just being more like a viewer, you know, being on the sidelines kind of a thing. So yeah, and so anyway, I am originally from New York. I moved to Florida when I was 21. I'm in the Bahamas now. Me and my husband's originally from here. We moved here as missionaries, and things are just very different here. Huge culture shock when we moved here, and then as far as for crochet for me here, it's very difficult to get a variety of yarn, because the one store here that I found so far, I really don't think there are any other ones, but because every time I ask someone about yarn and things like that, then they pretty much refer me to the store here called Home Fabrics, and they do have yarn, but it's just a very, very limited selection. They only have Red Heart, well, except for I think maybe one other brand or so. I can't remember now, but it's just basically 99.9% is Red Heart. I'll have to do a video in the store and just show you guys what's available to me here. And so yeah, so I had to pretty much order everything online, and thankfully there is a package forwarding company that I can use, because the postal system here stinks. It's really slow, unreliable. I've lost mail I've sent out from here has been lost, never arrived. So yeah, I totally bypassed the system here. So the only way I can get packages is using a package forwarding company through my and so I have a US address. That way I can shop at all the stores that ship you know, in the US, and so I'm just really grateful for that, because it would make things so much more difficult. I mean, it would take months and months to get here, and then who knows if it would even arrive, because things have been lost. So with this, then with my Florida address and with the forwarding company, I can get my packages once they arrive in Florida. I can get it within the week. So basically, I can get my packages like within 2 weeks versus months. But anyway, so yeah, and so that's kind of why I wanted to get, that's where I wanted to start this channel. And so anyway, but briefly, I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to show you what got me, or talk about what got me into crochet in late March. I can't remember exactly how, like just watching YouTube, I think at some point I had decided I wanted to use up the 3 skeins of yarn that I actually had, that I originally bought years ago to finger knit, and I found finger knitting to be very limiting. There wasn't too much, or at least I couldn't find what else I could make besides hat and scarves. I wasn't interested in that. So, and I was like, oh, well, let me see what I can do with the yarn without having to buy anything else, without having to buy any other supplies like hooks. So I looked up to see if there was anything I could finger crochet, and there was. And so there was one that was for a market bag, and I can't remember if she used a cotton yarn or she used some other kind of yarn. But anyway, what I had was only the 4-weight worsted weight acrylic Red Heart, and I ended up making a bag with it. But of course, it came out very different from the one in the tutorial. Mine came out much wider, because when I did the amount of chains that the tutorial said to do, it came out really narrow. So I doubled it. So if you look at this, if I didn't double it, this is how wide it would have been, the bag. So this would have been really, really tiny for a market bag. So I ended up doubling it. I probably shouldn't have doubled it, but so this is how wide it ended up being, and it's a little too wide. And the height wise, I guess I could have gone up higher, but this is, that's it. That's the whole thing. So, which I actually now am going to take apart, and I want to actually reuse the yarn for something else or make a different bag. Now that I actually ended up buying a hook, I think it was like maybe a month later after making this bag, I was like, you know what? There's other things I want to make, and finger crochet is also very limiting. So let me just buy a hook. And so I ended up buying a hook, a generic one. That's all they had here. They don't sell clover or anything here, or do they? I don't think they do. I haven't seen it. So yeah, so this is my very first crocheted item that was finger crocheted. And so I'll just take this apart and reuse the yarn for something else now that I have a hook. And yeah, that's kind of how it got started. I think so. From searching finger crochet, YouTube started recommending me more videos on crochet, and then I started watching these crochet TikTok compilations, and that really, I was like, man, these are really cool. I want to be able to make these things, you know. And so that's kind of what pushed me to go ahead and get a hook. And so now I've been hooked ever since. And so that's pretty much it for now. I'll do more videos in the future. All right, bye.